Yes.
Following us tonight. I see my Uncle Reggie is on. I'm sure my mom and everybody else will be on in a minute. But anyway, we are here tonight to talk about a lovely topic, something that we feel that's, relatable. Um, this platform, this podcast, is about girl power. Just, coming to terms and, getting each other opinions and just, feeling how you feel about something. And, hopefully people who are watching, they either vibing or thriving, whichever way it's gonna go. But tonight topics, I know one of them that I said we can discuss is letting go. And I feel like even though this is a month of being thankful, I would have to say, even to start off with, just talking about letting go, that I'm thankful that I have came to that place of understanding things or people, places, and things that need to be let go. It's so
Mm-hmm.
crazy because, I was like, you know what? I think I want to make this chart because it's like now that I'm at this age, it just seems like, I'm even learning that the older you get, the more, you mature, the more
Mm-hmm.
you tap into yourself and see things
You should.
um
Absolutely. You
that's
should.
going on. And I was like, you know what? When I look back or look over history or just look over things, just seasons or just how we as human beings are changing, I don't know. I came up with this thing that I think I want to make kind of a chart. Like, I just feel like I'm at that space or that place now with just putting people and places and things in a position and kind of moving them around or Xing them out or, making this part of, you know, important. This part of someone may not be that important, because I don't know. It's like kind of thinking of things now. I feel like I'm still old school where I need to write things down now.
Yeah, I
Cause it's
do.
like putting things in a
Mm-hmm.
phone, it works, but it doesn't work. I just feel like I'm still with that black and white writing stuff
Mm-hmm.
down and things like that. But I don't know. How do you feel about the letting go thing?
I'm fine with letting go. Like I said, I'm getting ready to go through a new phase. I got a couple of more months till 50 for me. So
Mm.
I have been purging and letting go a whole lot because I'm getting ready for this new phase.
Okay.
And I'm okay with leaving things where they are and
Okay.
people where they are.
Okay.
So letting go, I feel like we all have an expiration date in this world. So
Mhm.
we're letting go. Those things have an expiration date too, and when they come, we might not know when they are, but when they come, just let them go.
Yeah.
Let them go. You gotta lig it. Let it go, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's so crazy because, like I said, the older you get, the wiser you get, the more mature we get.
You should, not everyone.
Okay. But it's like things are starting to click for me now. I don't know if
Right.
it's after the pandemic. Um,
Well, I think some people got a little crazy after the pandemic because the world is nuts. I don't know. Maybe for you, you've gotten a little better. I think I've gotten a little bit better with understanding life and the order of things and how things should go and my priorities. But it's a lot who have not.
And you know what? I think some people may never, because even when we look at just some of the things we as people who, or we as women, or, like me, how I'm sitting here talking about now at my age, how I kind of tapped into a lot of things that I didn't see. So I think, in life sometimes it can be blind spots. I also feel like in life sometimes with people, some people are just comfortable with never growing, never changing, you know.
Yeah, they get real comfortable with mediocrity, and that's
Yeah.
something that I taught my daughter never to have in her vocabulary. Mediocrity, you just and maintaining. No, those two things, you keep out of your vocabulary. Maintaining means you never grow. You're just staying at a level that you're comfortable with. Mediocrity, pretty much, you're just okay with with just the small things. No, you always want to grow. You always want to be bigger than your last situation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I think it's needed. I think it's needed. And I think that's a great position to see yourself in. I had read something today. I can't remember the exact words, but it was basically like care for yourself. Something about as far as like pay attention or care for yourself more. Like everything else could kind of wait,
Yeah, I
basically.
agree.
I read something, I can't remember what it was, but it was basically like like in the words of like tap into yourself more, and everything else could just like, kind of wait. Because I think some things that I've learned that some people, places, and things that we have pulled along with us or tried to pull along with us or try to keep close to us or wanting to have, certain relationships and situations with people, it's like it's not worth it no more for some reason. Not that you I don't want to say not that you just a careless person, but I just think that, we all are going into these dark spaces. So I do respect anybody that just kind of feel like, because these dark spaces is serious, even with me being such a happy person, such a person that does comedy. I still find myself sometimes going into a dark space, but I pray about it that God brings me back up to the light. So I can just imagine, and I just know that it just seems like we're living in a time where people are like going into this dark space. And me, because I know about that, or I've been recognizing that, I don't want to stay there. So I just feel like people who kind of have that going on with them, unless we like really communicated about something, and I kind of know and can understand their perspective of where they're at, in life. I just rather, if it's not that kind of conversation or connection, I just rather for them to stay over there, because it's just like we all trying to pull ourselves up out of a.
Well, misery love company. So if you entertain misery, then you might find yourself falling into the same pit that they are in. But it's good that you can recognize the things about yourself, because not many people can recognize
Yeah.
when they're falling into a dark space. Some of us go into a depression state, and you don't realize you're there until you're there. And then sometimes when you're there, you still don't realize that you're there.
Yeah.
Until something else occurs and happens. A person could come and help, brighten your day to make you see certain things, and then you just have an epiphany and you just change. But some people go in dark spaces and not even know that they're in that space. So if you can recognize that you're drifting off, that's a beautiful thing about you, but not everybody can do that.
Yeah, and that's why I said, prayers for those who are in that dark space, or are who are going through those, dark spaces. But I just think that because some of all of us are facing some of those challenges, it's best for anybody out there, if you could kind of tap into yourself and realize those things, to try not to keep yourself there,
Right.
because we see so much going on with people, and so many people losing their lives. And, that's the part that I also hate, that I feel like, I don't want to say everybody's in a dark space, but there are spaces that I feel like people are in where as though they can care less for anybody to be in their space.
Right.
And it's just like, even those situations, like, I don't want to pull on those situations. I'm
What?
at this place now where I just feel like some people just rather be left alone. And
Yeah. Uh-huh.
whatever is someone's peace, I say let them have it.
Exactly.
And if, I'm a
Exactly.
part of anyone's peace, I prefer for them to stay there.
Absolutely. Well, you have to understand too, at the age that we are, we have lived life a little bit. So we've
Mhm.
had a lot of different experiences. So people
Mhm.
have shown us things. So if they want to stay away, I'm not mad at them because I'm scared of certain people. I want to stay far, far away. I don't want no smoke, no nothing because they bring forth bad energy. And
Mhm.
just being around them sometimes could just
Mhm.
be, challenging and stuff. So if a person want to shy away and stay away, I'm okay with that
Mhm.
because you just never know what what the next person could bring, to
Yeah.
you. So
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. We live and we learn, and when you see things, recognize it.
Yeah. And I think that's where we at now at our age too. Recognition, recognizing, realizing, some of the spaces that we are in, some of the challenges that we are in, some of the things that, we are looking forward to change about ourselves. One thing I will say about social media, I feel like social media is good, but sometimes it's bad. It's something about some of the quotes and some of the videos that people um talk about in a video that also attracted me to come to terms with a lot of things that I realized about myself. Even hearing some of the things that people are in those videos talking about, because I feel like that's the good part in some ways about um technology, because I feel like it has been like a mind opener, but I
Hmm.
also feel like some of the things are keeping people stuck too and not wanting to face reality about themselves either. Depending. Well, you're not a big social media head. See, with me, because I'm always on social media, um, I feel like I run across a lot of stuff, and I know me, I'm always on social media, trying to speak positive or bring laughter to my page, because
Well,
that's pretty much
don't
the
get it
umbrella
twisted.
I'm under.
Sometimes I am I have my moments, but I feel like being on social media, you could lose so much time in life that you can't get back. I've conditioned myself. That's not my go-to on a day-to-day
Yeah.
basis. I have to find something else to do than just to be on social media. I don't like to see the RIPs. However, it's informative.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying? People, it's a platform for people with a voice. I find it to be entertaining. You got some people that say too much. You got some people that just don't know what they want to say, and it's just, you scroll past some of the stuff. But I be on there for the food of it all. I'm a DIY girl, so I like the crafts and stuff like that. So it's a lot of stuff I go past. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? But
Mhm.
I have my
Mhm.
moments, but I know I can't get that time back in life. And I got just so much other stuff that I want to do. So I can't sit there. And then those ones that's going through their mental health issues, I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist to diagnose them or whatever. So,
Mhm.
I just find it entertaining and I keep going. But,
Mhm.
if that's how they get it out and that's how they vent, then, oh, kudos to
Mhm.
them. But for
You know
me,
what?
it's
Yeah,
a no.
because I've learned too, even with social media, I feel like sometimes that's a outlet for people who want to express themselves.
Mm-hmm.
People who want to say certain things that they feel and that they don't have nobody to talk to. Like I said, sometimes it can be a little much,
Mm-hmm.
but I do understand where some people need to use that outlet for whatever some of the things that they are dealing and feeling. But it's crazy you said that about not being so much on social media, because I went to the mall recently, to Macy's, and I was like, wow, this reminds me back before social media came, how just going to the mall, browsing and
Mm-hmm.
shopping and just um being in another place, in another space where it just brought back to me where those things matter, like, and social media wasn't even here to matter. So I'm like, I want to get back into that. Like, I want to get back into like just doing things like that. We're so busy now in our life and so caught up with social media that I feel like everything is a rush, even with shopping or going shopping and going to stores and stuff like that. Even going out places, it's like you'll find the phones in our hands. But it was just something about going to the mall the other day, and I was like, wow, I remember this used to feel good. But also, too, I feel like the mall kind of got a little dull, too. I don't know, because a lot of stores closed down. It just look a little different now. It's not as many people in there no more. I guess like maybe during the holidays, more people kind of make you feel like, But one thing that's something too when it's about talking about letting go, like letting go your phone sometimes and going out there doing things that you used to do to keep you connected with the world, because I feel like social media has got us so disconnected with a lot of things, with
See,
family, friends, people, places.
definitely. I can
And I
agree.
know it's hard because, like I said, there's a lot of things that's closed down. There's a lot of things that's not happening no more. Um, Trying to find things to do, trying to keep those vibes that we used to have. Some people are still trying to do it. Like even with me, like trying to bring something to the city of Patterson, like the comedy shows on a Wednesday. But it's just something I don't know. It's just something that is just still dark. It's something that is still dark about the outside. And I think one is we need to let go of those phones a little bit. We got to get back to normal. We got to get back to normal because I feel like we have allowed, even though some things has happened, we have allowed those things to really completely shift us that we lost a lot of normal stuff.
Well, think about it. Okay, so we come from an era where we could go outside. We played on our block or play wherever we played at. Some of us had to be in the house when the street lights came on or what have you. Nowadays, those children can't go outside and play freely like that.
Yeah.
They need an escort. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? In certain areas to go to other areas to be able to play freely. So times have definitely changed, and it's just adjusting to them, but being able to, I don't know what to say with the technology because some of these children don't have a manual brain at all. All they know is technology.
Yeah.
They don't know how to do long math. They know how to do this new math that I refuse to learn. It's no problem with the math we've been doing, So it's kind of hard to, it's kind of hard to put in perspective when it comes down to us versus them because it's just a different day and age. They can't go outside and play like we did freely to where, they need phones to where we can be able to contact them and stuff of that nature. So it's, I guess the times have just changed and then we just in a different world.
Yeah, but it's like, how do we snatch some of that back? We have to try to find a way to snatch some of it back, but I know it's hard because it's not a lot of things placed in position for kids to, they still have things like going to the mall, jumpy places. I don't even think kids have like friendships like we used to, or even family ships or cousins and stuff where, back in the days, everybody was at the aunt house or at grandma house. And, now even in these days, it's like family don't even keep family connected on both sides, on either side. So that's another reason why I feel so bad for the younger generation, where they are put in a dark place where they really think that they're somewhere in the light because of just what's presented to them. But just the things around their life is just so dark. Like you said, they can't go places. They don't really have much to do anymore. Um, Family is not, family in no more. from either side. So it's like I really feel bad for the children. Like I just feel like even the world was brighter though. It was brighter. I feel like even though we get sunlight in the summertime, it's still
The struggle wasn't as bad as it is now, I guess. Well, I guess maybe our parents made it look a little bit easier than it is now. Now we are living in some dark days.
yeah.
So with things going on, people who are able to stay afloat, it's even stressful for them because
Yeah.
now the middle class is now starting to be the lower class because they're living from paycheck to paycheck. And it's really really getting even harder. So the lower class, it can't be getting no better for them if it's
Yeah.
getting harder for the upper class. So
And I think too a lot of this entrepreneurship has came into and shift a lot where due to social media it's like people found a way to get rich, they found a way to get money. Some people are not working. Some people, they're not working because they want to get over there and make the money like other people are making it because it seems like it's easy, to just sit back and get the money. Meanwhile, you got people like us that's working like 9 to 5 jobs, to try to make it. I honestly wish they could throw the technology away. I mean, I think it's good, but I think it's bad. But I think it can go. Only thing I feel like technology does, it does help things move quicker, but it's also a robbery too for a lot of things. It has robbed people out their mind. It has robbed people from money, robbed people from seeing their families, doing things with their families, getting together with, family and friends. So technology has also robbed a lot of stuff from us that I don't like. So it's just like I think we could. I can't say I wish we could let it go because it is some good things behind having technology, but some things it's not. But shout out to everybody that's following. My bestie Judy, my uncle, my mom, my sister Keita, Latoya Johnson, Tanya Teller, my sister Simone Nelson, who's a caterer in North Carolina. Listen, if you guys want to call in and let us know what some things you feel like you have let go or you should let go, feel free to call in and talk to us and let us know. And let us know how you feeling out there about certain things that you feel like it's time to let go or it's okay with letting go. I don't know. I just feel like social media it stole so much from us. It stole a lot. Like I had seen somebody had put up a comment and it was more, I see it all the time though. Not just one person, but they have like this little post where they put up that sometimes friends can't get together all the time, but when we get together, it's like it's kind of deeper than that. It's more like if you never see your friend for a long time, but then when you see your friend, it's like y'all come together like nothing never happened. I don't like that. I disagree with that because I feel like unless we're distant, if we're not hanging out, if we're not catching up, if we're not doing things together, if we're not seeing each other, it's like then what title are we really carrying as a friend?
Well, I guess what that means is when you're friends and each person is living life and you haven't gotten together for a while. So when you do get together, it's like you guys have never missed a beat.
I could respect wow.
That's what I got from what you just said.
I could respect a wow, but I think we're now developing and dealing with friendships or people that's just disappearing for some time. And then, or not even disappearing, or you just see them and they're around, but they're still not tapped in doing friendship things. Once again, because social media came in and robbed that. People think because they see you on social media all the time, or they write, hey, how you doing, or good luck, or congratulations, that you still have this closeness.
Well, I'm gonna go back to a post you put up because I always want to buy this since I was a kid. You have to know who your associates are and who your friends are. So when you have associates, then that's okay for an associate.
Yeah.
But when you have a friend, maybe for you it's not okay. Like I have friends that live all over the place, and we might not talk for a long, long time. But that I don't discredit them as a friend because we all are going through life, and we're just going through life. I mean, I don't hold them, the ones that's close to me that I really, I'm not gonna say I hold value in. If you're a friend, then you are just a friend. I won't say I hold one more with more value than the next. But I'm not gonna sit there and say, "Oh, we got to talk every week." Or
Oh
we gotta
no,
talk
no,
every
definitely
month.
not, definitely
Or
not.
you know what I mean?
But
It's
it got to be
just-
something. It has to be some kind of connection. We got to be connecting somewhere. I put up a post. Well, I reposted a post about where they said demoting friends. Like now friends can be turned into associates. And me,
Right, I guess that's the one I saw.
Yeah,
but
I
I've
had repost
always
that.
lived by people being associates. I have my associates and I have my friends, and you could be close to an associate, but I just don't put them in a friend zone. You get what I'm saying?
That's good for you too. That you had already got your list together. You got your chart together. Versus me, I'm just really tapping into that because I don't know if it's because the difference with me is that
You're a free spirit.
I'm a free spirit. I'm always busy. I just always got my hands in a pot doing something. And I feel like with a lot of that with me, being who I am for years, I kind of not really paid attention to things that I feel like how to put people under certain categories. Because I always just felt like if you've been my friend or you've been somebody that I've known for years, that's us forever. But I realized that no, that's not us forever.
It's a season.
Unfortunately, it's seasons because I've also realized that even with friends, people will treat you a certain kind of way. And I just think that I'm in that season now that I don't want to accept stuff.
How you allow them to.
Right.
And if you the type of person that does not, check a person where they at, then they're going to keep doing it. And they're going to keep doing it. I was one of those people for a very long time. And that's why I just don't be bothered now.
Yeah.
Like, I just, I don't have to go back and forth. I just don't be, I could unfriend you. I could undaughter you. I could uncousin you. I can do it all. No, I love my daughter. But if she going through her mess, I can undaughter her too for a minute.
But I think, like I said with me, because I've always been just all over, just always got my hand in some kind of pot. Even just growing into this phase that I'm in now, where I see that support is very important. Because when I first started, I didn't really realize how support is very important. Like I knew support meant something when I was in my emotional feelings, but now I got to understand how support is something that's really needed, and I guess because too I've always been the type of person that understood that, nobody don't have to tell me those kind of things. And I think that's another thing. I don't want to be somewhere where I got to tell people stuff at this age. I just, certain things we could kind of communicate about. If I see you really didn't get it, you didn't really understand, or I'm like, oh, okay, Mom probably didn't, realize that. But I just don't want to drag things that's dead. And I just think with me, like I said, the type of person that I am and always been so busy, I never really tapped into how people are and, how people could be. And, that's why, like I said, I'm to this place, even with having a conversation with somebody very close to me. Like I'm not in that place to be pulling on people that just want to be where they are or stay where they are. Now, if we had some kind of physical altercation or, some craziness going on, I could get it. But people have taught me that it's not about craziness going on. Some people are just at a place where they can just care less. So I've learned that.
Well, I guess people are with that could also be they're just doing what's best for them too. What keeps them, sane, so to speak, or whatever works. And I don't think I disagree with it. We all got to do what works for us
Yeah.
and what's going to keep us, in our mental health,
Yeah.
stable.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm upset with that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not upset with it. I just feel like I'm not gonna pull on it. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Oh no, you shouldn't.
Yeah. I'm
No,
not.
you
But see,
shouldn't.
that's what I'm
Absolutely
saying.
not.
Things like that, with me knowing certain situations that's not connected, those things will pull on me to try to keep trying to understand why. Like what happened, what's going
No, that's
on,
that
or
stuff that's living rent free in that head, and
yeah,
you got to let it go. No,
yeah,
no, 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 no. You don't have no space for that.
yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah, so that's the thing about that, letting things go that live rent free in your head too as well. Now, how do you feel about letting go of things that live rent free in your head? Give me some examples of when you say letting things live rent free in your head. Like I know you saying like as far as the things that I was
I'm
saying
not a
that I
great
was thinking.
example of that.
Uh-huh.
No, just being transparent. I'm a person that if you say something to me, and it doesn't sit well or I don't quite understand, I process it. So a lot of things live rent free in my head, and I had to learn to let things go as well. But on a day-to-day basis, I process things that I probably shouldn't. Like way too long, and I can admit it. It's just certain things I'll be sitting there bugging out like, well, I don't get it, I'm confused. And so I'm one that's not a great example of that, but I'm learning as well. The bigger things I have learned to let go, the things that really can take me to a place. But the smaller things, it's like, wait a minute. Like I give you an example. Well, no, I'm not going to give you an example because it's just way too funny. But anyway, the smallest of things could take me out because I just don't understand it, and I'm processing and processing and processing. I really had to get to a place where I had to learn to let things go. You cannot or never understand how another person thinks, why they did this, or you will just lose yourself in
Yeah.
all of that. So with me, I'm one who sit there, and I was one. Well, I'm gonna say was past tense because I still do it. I process a lot of things, but I don't think I allow it to live in that space anymore. I just want to
sit with you.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But that's the beauty part about even us going and getting into our own seasons of different changes, realizing different things. Like we said, realizing things that need to be let go. It's not personal. Just like on the other side, like you said, it may not be personal. People may just be doing things for, what needs to be done for them. But also, like you said, we can't let those things also sit in our head rent free. Why?
right.
I think
Or affect us.
or
in that
affect
manner.
us. Yeah, because just like I said early on, it's too much. It's too much now with everybody going into dark spaces where they got to pull themselves out from. So to me, allowing things to live rent free in your head and worry about some of those small things, like you said, that you learning to let go is a great thing. It's a great thing. And, I hope anybody out there that's listening and watching, you know, understands that, we do have to stop allowing things to live in our head rent free. And it's okay to, let things go, because if you don't, you'll be thinking and worrying and trying to figure out some things where God just said, let it go. And it's a different season. It's a different time. Just like I feel like, everything that we see is going on in the world now. Things are changing. People are changing. Times are changing. So I just think we just gotta stay caught up. We gotta stay caught up. We gotta stay paying attention, and can't keep looking backwards at that
Right.
stuff. So that's pretty much. So yeah, guys. So it's all about letting go, not holding on to things that's actually pulling you down, weighing you down mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually.
Give it to God. Let go and let God.
Yeah, and it's not personal, but I would say whenever you can also, it's always good to have somebody to talk to also help you understand and get their perspective of, just like you said, being transparent of you're still there, you're still working on it, you've gotten better with it. And this is how we get better with it. It's like talking to therapy, talking to a friend, listening to podcasts like this where, because we need it. Like I said, the world is going so fast due to technology and, everybody trying to find something to be tapped into that's positive, to keep them from out of, that dark space. And one of them is that, unfortunately, people, places, and things, we got to let go. We got to let go. But other than that, guys, please do remember the Shade Room Comedy Show.
Absolutely.
Let's bring some sparkle. Let's bring some sparkle up in here.
Hey.
We got the Shade Room Comedy Show that goes down every first and third Wednesday of the month. I got my girl Big Mama in the house coming from New Brunswick. Yes, hey, Big Mama coming to tear the house down. Yes, if you know her, you know how she rolls. If you don't, you better be there November the 19th to see how she roll. And I got my boy Zach, comedian Zach, coming in. Another hilarious brother that I have done his room. And now he's coming to show the love to do Patterson room, to bring some funny, and trying to keep this movement going. Tickets is $10 in advance. You have to purchase your tickets by this weekend. If not, if you don't get your tickets in by this weekend, I think the 16th is going to be $15. That's another thing I was, trying to explain to people when it comes to like the comedy shows. The more comics come from different cities, different towns, sometimes the price have to go up. That's just that. I mean, I don't think I would never go over $20, for a comedy show, but there is comedians that come for that work.
It's a job. It's a business.
It's a job. It's a business. But I want you guys to stay tapped in. If you're not doing anything, Wednesday, November the 19th, come to the Shade Room of Comedy. Doors open at 6, showtime at 7:30. You can inbox me. You could text me 862-239-5368 to reserve your seat, your tickets. If your girlfriend, your friend having a birthday, come on out and celebrate. I was trying to theme it this time. I was trying to do like a boots on the ground thing. Cause Big Mama just make me just feel like she just come grounded.
She's coming.
She just come with her boots on the ground.
She's coming.
So,
she might have on a hat. She might do Lil Kim. We don't know what Big Mama
we don't know what
with.
Big Mama is doing. That's why I was
she
like,
definitely
listen,
gonna talk about that
boots?
lighting. She gonna talk about that lighting.
Yes,
so
wear y'all boots, wear y'all hats, wear your boots, cause she comes. But it's not a must. I was just trying to, make it fun. That's the thing, too. Just trying to, keep the fun going for us adults in the city. Because I know, once again, like I said, some of us, we going into this dark place where we just need some laughter, some lighting, going on. So, while my mind is still together, I'm trying to figure out what can I do to help my people, my girls, friends, people to be able to come out and just try to enjoy, a good night, especially before the blizzard come. Because I'm going to tell y'all now, when the blizzard come, a sister ain't coming to make nobody giggle.
We not going to, listen, we not going to put no blizzards out there in the air. We handicap over here. No blizzards in the air. Okay?
Yeah. But I'm just thankful before November is over. Shout out to my mommy. Happy birthday, mommy. Thank you all for telling My mommy, happy birthday, 11/11. Yes, the Scorpio. My Scorpio mommy, my apple pie, my sweetie pie, my love bug. My mommy, everybody know how much I love my mama. Shout out to you, mommy. Happy birthday again. We're gonna party like it's your birthday on Saturday.
And she has the birthday twin. We're gonna give a shout out to Miss Shaniqua Wilkerson.
Yeah,
congratulations on Miss Yasmin
Okay.
and my baby mama Tanya Taylor. All right, Nona.
Hey, Shiki, congratulations, Bookie Boo Boo, on your baby, 11/11. You got a little Scorpio.
Yes.
Shiki's a Virgo like me.
It's okay. She got my other grandbaby, so it's
Yeah.
all right. I'm
She's a Virgo like me. Listen, also, I'm down for giving shout outs anytime you want shout outs. Also, shout out to my girl Suma. Happy birthday to Suma. Today is Suma birthday.
Happy birthday.
I think I seen Keisha Smith come across my timeline. It was her birthday. I seen oh gosh, what's the other young lady name? Oh my God, I hate when something right here on my mind. Oh my God, I hate it. Let me see. Shout out to everybody on my timeline that's celebrating a birthday today. Shout out to all of y'all. I think it's still Scorpio season.
It is. It is. They just started.
Let me see. Hold on. I gotta get this other person name. Oh my gosh, this is gonna drive me crazy. I'm getting it right now. Lisa Foreman. Happy birthday.
My cousin.
Okay, I did see
My
that on my
cousin, happy
timeline.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Lisa Foreman. I don't know. Whoever is celebrating a birthday in the month of November, happy birthday. Also, like I said, comedy show Wednesday, November the 19th. Bring your cake, bring your food. Come celebrate. Get your dance on, get your groove on, get your laugh on. Check your girl out. I'll be your lovely host. But I want to thank you all for continuing to tune in to Shady Talk Wednesday podcast. I'm here to promote you. If you guys want to any kind of shout outs, if you guys are doing anything and you want to be interviewed, if you want to promote your business, Shady Talk Wednesday is here. Also, if you want to talk about any topics, you can email me at MsMZ, no shade, but shade @gmail.com, or you could inbox me, DM me, whatever you prefer. And send me some topics that you want to talk about. I'm forever for girl power. I'm always gonna also represent and take up for the guys too, because I do have a son. So I am gonna take up for the guys sometime too, because I do have a son who I love so dearly. Shout out to my son Jermaine Rose Jr., my sweetie pie. Also shout out to my baby girl Tiana, my grandbaby Isla, and my grandson Josiah, my niecey Pooh Paris, my sister Chrissy, my cousin Joe. Look at me, I'll be shouting out the whole family. You know, black people, you know what we do. That's one thing about black people. We can't just get up there and shout one person out. We gotta be like, shout out to my cousin way down south. Shout out to my niece that just got locked up. You got any shout outs, anything you want to say before we close the podcast?
We are coming upon a season where everybody feel like they have to please people. Please yourself first. Everything is not about the monetary things that you can do for other people. Love on yourself, love on your people. And just be loving in these times and be thankful for the things that you have. And the things you don't, then, just try to do better to try to achieve those things. But I would like to shout out my daughter, my little pilgrim child, and my grandbaby. My grandbaby brings me so much joy, but I'm getting my shotgun ready.
Honey, she had that tongue out. She was like,
My grandbaby, I swear, when y'all see her coming, look the other way.
Well, thank you so much for that, Simone. That was a great closing. And thank you all for tuning in and staying tapped in with Shady Talk Wednesday. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you all. Good night.
Good night.